I've always had a soft spot for the old Victorian mail system, which was so good that in central London you had 8 deliveries of mail a day. You can more or less hold a conversation by letter. And the Victorians loved the mail. It completely changed their world. And I wanted to get that feel of a world where the technology was so new and bright and wonderful that people really cared about it.
I'm the new postmaster.
I'm so sorry. I really am.
Once upon a time, people wrote poems about technology and communications. And in a way, Going Postal is my working on that theme. I have to admit that I never ever sit down and plan a novel. I knew what I wanted to do, which was to write with the Postal Service and possibly a kind of very early mechanical internet system. I loved the clacks that they've done because it looks as if it could work. I liked the idea of a con man who's basically a decent guy, and I created him and more or less followed his thoughts.
Which just leaves the small matter of your final words.
I wasn't actually expecting to die.
Very good. We haven't heard that one before. Everybody ready?
Not me.
Oh, you are a card, sir.
I just started off with the hanging scene and all the rest of it, and I didn't know too much about him, but I knew Lord Vetinari was going to, as it were, as a condition of his parole, make him do the unenviable job of bringing the postal service back.
Certain death or the post office? Hardly a choice. More an alternative. I'd seen enough of the inside of a coffin for one day.
The skills that Moist von Lipwig has as a swindler could actually be used to the benefit of all if he became a businessman.
I had discovered a foolproof way of creating money from paper. For the con to work, I had to bring the post office back to life so that people would want to buy stamps. It was a con where everyone would win.
And then, when I needed her, Adorabelle Dearheart turned up. And I have to say, I love Claire Foy in the part because she's pure noir.
You have been a very naughty boy. And you know what happens to naughty boys?
The golems I put in because I have been introducing them in the books for some time, and they are a legitimate ancient Jewish, I suppose you could call them, monster, but I've kind of domesticated them a bit.
I suppose you all think the sun shines out of Lipwig's backside.
There was a lot of fun stuff that I had that I wanted to put in, and in effect that's pretty much what Discworld tends to be. One of the nice things that they did on the set in Hungary, they kind of papered the set with advertising slogans and things like that, and graffiti and so forth, quite a lot of which you won't actually see unless you're very keen-eyed. And there was one particular poster, and it was about a dilapidatory for troll women, because the growth of too much, trolls are kind of stony creatures, too much underarm lichen, and it was great because it was pure. That was a pure Discworld thing. Going Postal is possibly almost prophetic. You know, it's about buying businesses, tearing them down, and I think we should remember where we've been and how we've got here, because if you don't know where you've been and how you got here, you don't know where you're going.
Can you seal a clax with a loving kiss? Can you cry tears on a clax? Can you enclose a pressed flower? So, spread the message far and wide. The post office is back in business!